Reminder, the first sign of hardening blood vessels. You might notice it while walking, but many people overlook it. Hello everyone, welcome to Buddha's Zen Wisdom, where we accompany you daily. Today, we're here to remind you of the first sign of blood vessel hardening. You might notice it during your walks, but many people don't pay attention. Feeling your legs ache after just a few steps? Why do I feel my legs getting sore after just a short walk? I can't even finish a round of the neighborhood, Mrs. Huang frowned as she asked her husband. Mrs. Huang, just 55 years old and generally in good health, had started feeling her legs getting heavier during walks over the past few months. Sometimes, her calves even ached faintly. She tried walking more, thinking it would help, but the more she walked, the more tired she felt. Occasionally, she even had to stop and rest. Seeing her struggle, her husband tried to console her, saying, "Maybe it's just your age, it's normal to feel tired." Mrs. Huang wasn't entirely convinced, but she brushed it off until one day, on her way to the market, her right leg suddenly hurt so much she could barely stand. Shocked, she went to the hospital, where the doctor said something that startled her. This could be a sign of blood vessel hardening. You need to get checked immediately. 1. What is blood vessel hardening? Blood vessel hardening is like a silent invasion. Our blood vessels are the lifelines of the body, quietly working to deliver oxygen and nutrients every day. But when these vessels begin to harden, problems silently arise. Unlike healthy, elastic blood vessels, hardened ones lose their flexibility, disrupting blood flow. The main culprit behind hardened blood vessels is fat deposits building up on the walls, forming plaques. These plaques narrow or even block what was once a wide, open path. Common triggers include abnormal lipid levels, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and unhealthy lifestyle habits. Many people mistakenly believe blood vessel hardening is only an issue for the elderly. However, this condition is increasingly targeting younger individuals. Its stealthy nature makes it a blind spot in health management. It doesn't have obvious symptoms like a cold or fever, nor does it immediately disrupt daily life. Instead, the body sends subtle signals: chest tightness during brisk walking, shortness of breath when climbing stairs, or occasional leg pain. Unfortunately, these are often ignored. If left unchecked, blood vessel hardening can worsen, leading to serious consequences. Blocked vessels can result in oxygen deprivation in affected areas, potentially causing heart attacks in severe cases. Many people, especially seemingly healthy middle-aged individuals, don't take this condition seriously. They might think, "I'm fine, no illnesses or pains," and avoid vascular health checks. However, regularly monitoring blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar is crucial. These indicators serve as warning lights for vascular health. Blood vessel hardening itself isn't the scary part, ignoring it is. 2. Is blood vessel hardening far away from us? To many, blood vessel hardening seems like an issue exclusive to the elderly. People assume it's only a problem for those in their 70s or 80s. But in reality, blood vessel hardening doesn't wait until you're old to appear. Research suggests the process can start as early as 40, or even younger. Its early symptoms are subtle, so many people don't realize it's happening. Doctors warn that calf pain during walks, especially if you need to stop and rest after a short distance, could be an early sign of peripheral arterial disease, PAD. This condition, often called intermittent claudication, isn't true limping. Instead, the pain and weakness come from reduced blood flow to the leg muscles caused by hardened arteries. Resting temporarily relieves the symptoms, but the underlying issue remains. 3. Signals of blood vessel hardening. Walking is a common way to relax and exercise. But have you noticed your legs feeling sore, painful, or heavy during a stroll? These seemingly ordinary issues might be a warning sign of hardening blood vessels. Many people chalk up these sensations to fatigue or aging, overlooking the hidden risks. When blood vessels harden, the blood supply to the lower limbs is often the first to be affected. Narrowed vessels mean the leg muscles don't get enough oxygen and nutrients, causing fatigue and pain during walks. Walking acts as a barometer for cardiovascular health. When your blood vessels are healthy, oxygen and nutrients flow smoothly throughout your body. But when vessels harden and blood flow slows, certain parts of the body send out warning signs. The arteries in the lower limbs, responsible for supplying blood to the leg muscles, are particularly vulnerable. If these arteries narrow due to hardening, your leg muscles demand more blood during a walk. With insufficient supply, you may feel tired, sore, or even painful. This situation is similar to a clogged water pipe. When sediment builds up along the pipe's walls, water flow slows, and the tap at the end delivers less water. Similarly, cholesterol and fat deposits narrow blood vessels, restricting blood flow. This condition, called atherosclerosis, can lead to angina or heart attacks when affecting coronary arteries, or leg discomfort during walks when it occurs in peripheral arteries. 4. Early warnings during walks. Another overlooked signal during walks is a sensation of coldness in the legs. If your lower limbs feel colder than others, or if your legs and feet appear pale or bluish, this could be due to poor circulation caused by hardened blood vessels. Blood functions as the body's heating system. When the pipes are clogged, your extremities naturally feel colder. While the early symptoms of blood vessel hardening are subtle, its damage is gradual and irreversible. Many people think increased exercise can resolve the issue, but for those with hardened arteries, this might backfire. If you experience sore, painful, heavy, or cold legs during walks, take it as a warning sign. Early detection and action can prevent blood vessel hardening from escalating into a dangerous condition. 5. Ignoring the signals could lead to serious risks. In the doctor's office, Mrs. Huang learned a sobering fact. 3 out of every 10 people with intermittent claudication may progress to severe PAD, potentially requiring amputation. Worse yet, this condition rarely exists alone. It often accompanies chronic diseases like hypertension, high cholesterol, and diabetes, or even leads to severe cardiovascular events. Imagine a thriving tree whose trunk begins to crack and harden. How much longer will its branches stay lush? Similarly, blood vessels are the body's trunk. Their health determines whether the organs and tissues they nourish can function properly. The hidden factors behind arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis, or the hardening of blood vessels, may sound like a condition exclusive to the elderly, but the real danger doesn't lie in age. Instead, it stems from habits we unknowingly cultivate, which silently lay the groundwork for vascular issues. 1. Greasy diets. A diet high in greasy, flavorful foods like braised pork, fried chicken, and barbecue can be delightful, but these foods often come with hidden dangers, high fat and cholesterol content. When consumed, these substances can thicken your blood and gradually deposit on blood vessel walls, forming plaques over time. These plaques accelerate arteriosclerosis. While one indulgent barbecue might seem harmless, consistently consuming such meals can cause premature aging of your blood vessels. 2. Sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for long periods is another major issue. With the demands of modern life, many people sit in front of computers all day, particularly office workers and students. Prolonged sitting slows blood circulation, making it easier for lipids in the blood to accumulate on vessel walls. Additionally, a sedentary lifestyle can lead to obesity, further increasing the risks of high cholesterol and high blood pressure. Though sitting may feel comfortable, it places a significant strain on your blood vessels. 3. Late nights and stress. Don't underestimate the impact of staying up late. Chronic sleep deprivation disrupts your body's metabolic processes, elevating lipid levels. Late nights can also overstimulate the sympathetic nervous system, causing increased heart rates and blood pressure, which damage blood vessel walls. Every all-nighter spent binge-watching shows or scrolling through your phone is silently compromising your vascular health. This cumulative damage may only become apparent when it's too late to reverse. 4. Smoking and drinking. Smoking and excessive alcohol consumption are equally harmful. Nicotine in cigarettes constricts blood vessels, significantly raising the risk of arteriosclerosis. Harmful chemicals in smoke also damage the inner walls of vessels, making plaque formation easier. While moderate alcohol consumption might benefit cardiovascular health, excessive drinking, especially beer or hard liquor, raises blood pressure and directly harms blood vessel walls. It can also contribute to obesity and trigger cardiovascular diseases. These seemingly ordinary habits can quietly weaken your blood vessels over time. Arteriosclerosis doesn't develop overnight. It's the result of prolonged unhealthy lifestyles. 5 key measures to prevent arteriosclerosis. Though common, arteriosclerosis is not inevitable. By adopting healthier habits, you can significantly reduce its risks. 1. Opt for a light diet. Choose less oily and more natural foods. Use less oil when cooking, and opt for steaming or boiling instead of frying. Incorporate more fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into your meals. These are rich in dietary fiber and antioxidants. While occasional indulgence is fine, don't make high-calorie foods a staple. 2. Stay active. You don't need a gym membership to stay active. Think of your blood vessels as highways. Blood flow requires momentum. Simple activities like walking, taking the stairs, or doing stretches at home can improve circulation. Aim for brisk walking for 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. If traditional exercises feel dull, try dancing, cycling, or playing sports with friends for added fun and health benefits. 3. Quit smoking and limit alcohol. Smoking damages blood vessels more severely than most realize. A single cigarette's harmful substances can leave blood vessels strained for hours. Long-term smoking reduces elasticity and accelerates arteriosclerosis. If quitting smoking and alcohol feels daunting, take small steps, like reducing daily cigarette consumption or swapping alcohol for juice or tea. Your blood vessels will thank you for every positive change. 4. Manage hypertension, hyperglycemia, and hyperlipidemia. These 3 conditions serve as vital indicators of vascular health. High blood pressure puts continuous strain on blood vessels, unstable blood sugar levels damage vessel walls, and high cholesterol directly contributes to arteriosclerosis. Regularly monitor these levels, and if abnormalities occur, adjust your diet and medication as needed. Proactively managing these metrics prevents problems before they escalate. 5. Regular checkups. Routine medical checkups are the most straightforward way to safeguard your health. Many people skip doctor visits because they feel fine, but early-stage arteriosclerosis often has no symptoms. Only through examinations can potential issues be identified early. In conclusion, arteriosclerosis is a chronic condition that develops over time, often silently. Early signs might include leg pain or heaviness during walks or shortness of breath during brisk activity. Ignoring these symptoms could lead to worsening conditions, even life-threatening complications. The good news? Vascular health can be preserved through scientific lifestyle changes. By adjusting your diet, exercising more, quitting smoking and drinking, maintaining a positive mindset, and undergoing regular checkups, you can prevent arteriosclerosis and enjoy a more energetic life. Thank you for watching. If today's content resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe. Together, let's grow, find happiness, and gracefully age. See you in the next video.